Logic 0, example 8.1, translating symbolic expressions into Pseudo-English. Here we have a new lookup table. And make sure that you're kind of following a similar lookup practice as we have been doing in completing interpretations. We're moving into something new. This is part 2 of the course, translation. And we're starting to delve into what I call pseudo-English. And of course, pseudo means false or phony or partial. And so pseudo-English is part of natural English, but it's truncated and compressed down to something that has a one-to-one correspondence with our symbolic apparatus. So it is a sort of strained and constrained form of English that maps directly to our symbolic apparatus so that we can translate from symbols into pseudo-English very straightforwardly and from pseudo-English into symbols very straightforwardly. So it's a little device that helps us to make that bridge between our symbolic apparatus and English, because really what we study logic for is to understand arguments and the logic of arguments expressed in English. And pseudo-English is a bridge to help that translation process, which sometimes, is probably the most difficult part of logic, is making the symbols correctly match up with the natural English. Okay. Let's see. So we have this example and we have this lookup table. So let me copy this. And I will leave that lookup table up there, but let's put this one here. Okay, so we have this setup. We have the lookup table that gives us our pseudo-English translation from symbols into pseudo-English and from pseudo-English into symbols. Okay, and we have variables that are defined. The variable A is it is daylight. The variable B is they are wearing sunglasses. Okay. And then we need a symbolic expression. Okay. So we're going to translate this into pseudo-English. This is the exercise. All right. Let me make this a little smaller, a little bigger. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take each symbol in the symbolic expression and replace it with what is either in the lookup table or what is defined for each variable. So the variables just come across as what is given. Let A equal it is daylight, and B equal they are wearing sunglasses. And then for the operations of negation and conjunction, I'm going to go to the lookup table and I'm going to replace the symbol with what is in the lookup table. And we can just do this symbol by symbol in the order that the symbols appear. Okay, so the first step is to take negation and I'm going to go to the lookup table, and the lookup table tells me that negation, the tilde symbol, should be replaced by it is not the case that. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to place it right there. And just for demonstration, I'm going to put a vertical bar between that. So that's the first symbol. The next symbol, so this is step 2. We go to the second symbol, A, and we're told that A is equal to, it is daylight. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it right there in the second slot. Now for the third symbol, conjunction. I'm going to go up to the lookup table, and conjunction says that it should be replaced by and. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to put it in that third slot. And now finally, the last symbol in our expression is B, and we're told that B is equal to this. They are wearing sunglasses. I'm going to copy that period because it's the end of the expression. And, you know, if we read this, it makes a complete sentence. It's a proposition. And so orally or verbally, it sounds like a complete sentence. It is not the case that it is daylight and they are wearing sunglasses. All we need to do now is just put a capital letter at the beginning of the sentence, because every complete sentence needs a capital letter at the beginning and a period at the end. And it needs a subject and predicate correctly formulated according to English grammar. And these pseudo-English translations do follow the rules of English grammar. It's just the constructions come out sounding a little strange, but technically they're correct English grammar. Okay. So I'm going to take out these bars, and I'm going to put a lowercase letter here in the middle of the sentence. And I'm going to put a lowercase letter here. And so here we have, now it is typographically a complete sentence, as well as verbally being a complete sentence. It is not the case that it is daylight and they are wearing sunglasses. And that's your answer.